Hey guys, welcome back to Homesteading Off the Grid. First and foremost, I want to let you know that our son's surgery went as good as we expected. It went fantastic. It went flawlessly, and he is okay. He's going to be okay. And the topic for today is that when I get to worrying, I find that it's a good time to get grateful. Now, I'm not grateful because I'm worrying. You'll understand, hopefully. I want to give a shout out to Joanne, Dave, and Ian. They are some neighbors of ours here in Albemarle County. Yesterday, after Dearly and I went and picked Daniel up from school, we ran into town to do a few things, and we stopped off at a local park where there's some trails and public amenities and whatnot. And we saw this beautiful young family of 3 coming up the trail, and the young lady looked at me and she said, "Oh my gosh, I watched your videos." And that was Joanne, and we proceeded to talk, the 6 of us there, for 20 or 30 minutes, had a nice chat, and found out that Joanne and Dave and their son Ian moved here not too awful long ago from California, a couple years ago. So again, guys, welcome to the area. Yes, Albemarle County is absolutely beautiful, and hopefully we'll run into you guys on the trails again some other time in the future. So I wanted to give them a shout out. Okay, so here's what's going on. I'm just now telling you guys this, even though this is something that's been going on for about 6 weeks, because just part of who we are, aside from being people who sit out here in the rain, and the umbrellas for the phone, not so much me, I don't care. I was in the infantry, and those of you who are my fellow infantrymen or perhaps infantrywomen in recent years who have joined our ranks know that if it ain't raining, we ain't training. So at least I'm not out here doing push-ups and flutter kicks in the rain, the mud. I'm just talking to myself and all of you guys who I humbly thank for watching our videos in the rain. So the umbrella is to protect the phone. But our son Daniel has been having some teeth issues for some time, and we've been having his issues treated through multiple dentists, and here today he had to go under the knife with an oral surgeon. He had to have several teeth removed. He had to be sedated. I mean, it was oral surgery. The way we roll, the way we do things is that if we have a problem, we like to take the problem on head on. We like to address this problem. We get in the ring with it and we battle it out. We defeat the problem, and then we'll discuss our problem, because we like to share how we overcame the problem. We don't want to cry. We don't want to complain. We don't want to, I've mentioned this before, we have a few bylaws here on our channel. We don't discuss politics or religion. We don't e-beg with GoFundMe. We don't charge the YouTube monthly subscriptions. We don't do Patreon. This treatment over the last couple of months cost us thousands of dollars, and we paid out of pocket with our money. He's our son, so he's our responsibility. We believe in taking care of our own, and we have the utmost respect for people who take care of their own, and that describes you guys on this channel. And with this said, I was thinking about this. Here's just another caveat, because I brought this up a couple times, because I get the little, this whole thing about charging $4.99 a month for a subscription here on YouTube. You guys watch for free. I mentioned before how we create these videos for free. We upload them for free. You get to watch them for free, and that's how we're keeping it. After I talked to Joanne and Dave and Ian yesterday in the woods, when we ran into them just by happenstance in those trails, I thought, what an honor that you folks watching this video right now watch the little snippets of our lives the lives of myself, my beautiful bride Dearly, and our son Daniel, that we share with you. That truly is an honor. It's an honor that you would consider some of the things I talk about during these rambles, based upon my life's experience, wise and worthy of hearing. It's an honor to us that you like Dearly's recipes, and that many of you actually try them for yourselves at home, and you let us know how much you liked it, and we're flattered by all the compliments you give our son. Guys, I humbly ask that you don't charge us for you to watch our videos, because in my mind, that's how it should work, not the other way around. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being here and watching our videos. So, now with all this said, I'm rambling, but of course, isn't that why we call this the morning ramble, even though I'm making this one in the evening? we've been busy all day with the oral surgery, coming home, recovering. Daniel had some teeth that were bad. They got infected. The infection spread. Surgery was required, but he pulled through it like a champ. The doctor was excellent, and he is a veteran. He was a major in the Army, so he did his training in combat zones, okay, and now he's over here in the private sector. Shout out to Dr. Tricker of Charlottesville Facial and Oral Surgery. This guy's a class act. He did an excellent job with our son. We have nothing but good things to say. So if you're in our area and you need such medical care, that's a good place to go for it. Now, I said at the beginning that when I find myself worrying, I find that it's a good time to get to being grateful. What does that mean? Okay, over the last 2 months while we've been dealing with this issue, and the strangest thing has happened. It's been raining all day. I come up here and start talking, the rain stops. So there goes that umbrella. Here is a little, what would we call this? Life skill, I guess. Something I've found that I do when I find myself worrying. Because you can imagine as a father, as a parent, over the last 6 or 8 weeks, I mean, I'm a human being. I've been worrying about my son's condition. He's been on several different medications. He had to take an antibiotic to get rid of some infection before he could actually go under the knife. And then there was some discomfort. So there were some long nights. There were some sleepless nights. As a matter of fact, when we finally came home today with the thing behind us, I slept on the couch in front of the wood stove for 3 hours. I couldn't believe it. That's the longest nap I've had in years. But I guess if you put the 2 naps I generally take most days together, it equals about the same. I guess I took my nap time all in one fell swoop today. So, but still, it was a relief. So what I've found, something I do in the past, because we can get caught up in the what ifs. What if the surgery goes bad? What if it's more complicated than they're saying? What if we don't have the money to pay it? You know, and Dearly and I, we've talked about this over recent weeks, and she pointed out, she says, isn't it amazing how when something like this needs to be done, we're in those rare moments, in those rare spots in our life where we actually have enough put aside extra to be able to overcome the challenge. You know, we don't have to go in debt trying to figure out how to borrow the money. We have it, and it's just enough. Isn't that amazing? And I said, yes, honey, I do think that's amazing. And FYI, I don't think that's accidental. I think there's a power greater than all of us that has our steps numbered. And you know, I've found, and I'm going to be 45 this month, if I have some extra cashola set aside, something's coming. So anyway, she says, what if we didn't? What if we didn't have it? And what would we do? Because that's the what ifs, right? And I said, honey, I would grab the deed to the house, the title of the car. I'd go in the bank and say, give me what you can. This is how much I need. What can I get? Because I would rather live under a bridge with my wife and with my son and us be healthy, happy, and pain-free than have this vast estate, as I call it, even though it's only 6 acres. But that's big to me. I'm grateful and blessed, feel blessed to have 6 acres out here in Central Virginia. But I feel more blessed to have my wife and my son and us be healthy and happy and pain-free and be together than to have any of this or anything we have. And she just smiled and she said, good, because that's exactly what I'd tell you to do, because that's what I do too. And we've seen the proof in the pudding, because, you know, it's raining here today. Once upon a time, the only running water we had was the water that came through our roof of our little bamboo hut in the jungle when it rained. We didn't have electricity. We've been down and out. We've been there. We've been third world poor. But we were together, we had each other, we were happy. So as I catch myself worrying about these things that come up in life today and all days, because that's life, I remember those times. And I'm grateful that we have what we have today. I'm grateful mostly that we have each other. Instead of what ifing and thinking about, well, gosh, what if this goes wrong? What if they come up and say, well, you know, it's going to be $500 extra we didn't see, and maybe we don't have it. I catch my thoughts. They start to come because I'm human. But I was looking out the window this morning just as day was breaking, and I saw 7 deer. They were here when I came up. They went into the woods. They'll probably come back around here in a second. But, you know, I mentioned animal totems the other day because of the bald eagle that we had there hanging out in the tree above our pond. The meaning behind the totem of the deer is that the deer represent family and fun. So I wake up the day of the surgery, I look out the window, there's that family of deer, and I'm thinking family, fun, and it reminds me that's how we live our life. And I feel grateful that I'm with my wife and our son We're getting this behind us, and we live a life of togetherness and of fun. And I'm grateful that I'm in the U.S. now. I'm grateful that I am in Albemarle County, Virginia, where we have the best medical facilities in the world. A lot of people for some reason give UVA Hospital a hard time, but world leaders from around the globe come to UVA Hospital to have major surgery done. What's that tell you? And that raises the bar and the standard for every person in the medical profession and the surrounding vicinity, because that's the benchmark, the world's best. And we're here, and so when my son needed this care, he got it from the best. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that things went as well as they did today. I'm grateful for the life we have. I'm grateful for our health, our togetherness. I'm grateful that each and every single one of you are here. If you're used to watching these rambles in the morning and you're watching this one late, I apologize for getting it recorded and uploaded late, but now you understand why that is. So guys, it works for me. I know it can work for you. If you've got something going on in your life right now that you're worried about, if you can catch yourself worrying and say, no, stop. I'm not going to worry about the boogeyman in the closet or the monster under the bed, because most of the times when we worry, our worries never come to fruition anyway. Instead, I'm going to be grateful for all the things I have in my life that are going right or have gone right. I'm going to look at this position I'm in and these challenges I face, and I'm going to be grateful that I have the strength, the courage, the motivation, and the wherewithal and the tools to face these challenges and overcome them. I'm going to step into that ring with these hardships. I'm going to pound the you-know-what out of them, and then I'm going to tell people about it at that time. I'm going to tell them how I succeeded, how I met the challenge, how I rose to the occasion. I'm not going to cry and whine. Sure, I'll go talk to somebody about it if I need a shoulder to lean on, if I have a close confidant that I know won't betray me, because sometimes we all need that person to talk to. But when I tell the masses about what I'm going through, I'm going to wait until I have been triumphant over the situation, and I'm going to tell them of my victory. And that's what I'm telling you today. Our son's surgery went well, better than expected. He's going to be just fine. And this is how we roll in life. So, I want to thank you all for being here. Please don't ever charge us to view our videos. We feel honored that you watch them. And again, I think it's absurd that some people do it the other way around. I'm going to give you a beautiful evening shot of the homestead here. And we hope you guys will join us for more. Looks like Miss Cleopatra's on her way up here to join me. And we'll see you next time from Homesteading Off the Grid.